Hey gang, this is Paul from I Suck at Gaming. Want to talk real quick tonight about enhancements and origins. When you first created your character, you picked some sort of how you got your power. It's going to be a natural, technology, science, mutation, magic. Any one of those is how you got your power to begin with. And it does impact you in certain ways, and you do have access to certain missions later on based on your origins, but it's not limiting in any way. Best thing I can say is come up with whatever makes sense for your character background and just run with it. So let's talk a little bit about origins. Enhancements. When the game first came out, 2004, there was something called TOs or training origins. And training origins were extremely low level, usually kind of the 0 to early teens range, and each one of them would buff your power, whatever power was socket into, by I think anywhere from like 7 to 10% at the most. And so that would be the best you could hope for. Now I want to talk a little bit also about SOs and DOs. The next you're going to run into is a DO, and I'm going to need some money here, I think. Let me double check. Oh, got so much money. Gonna need some more money. Luckily, I have some more money. Bam, 10,000, 10 million. Boop. All right. So, what is a DO? A DO is going to be something that actually has got your origin and another origin together on it. So, I have what, two attacks? Looks like I got Glinting Eye and Gleaming Blast. I currently have a single origin in there. Notice it just says Dimensional Entities and Magic. I'm going to change that out though. So I need one accuracy, two accuracies, and let's go with 4 damage. All right, here we go. Two of those and four of those. Now, if I hover over these and right click and check out information, I can see that this is mutation and magic. I am magic. You need to get ready for the spines guy. Too many spines. All right. So, what it's going to tell me here is that, let me double check again. Right click. It increases the enhancements by 15%. I'm just gonna it's gonna complain at me. That's all right. So 15%, and these are each adding 15% to damage. So as this sits, it should be adding 15% damage. I'm sorry, accuracy and 30% to damage, right? And that looks to be correct. So this is about as low as you can get in the game now. Training origins don't really exist anymore. The drops you get from like level 1 are going to be dual origins. Make sure that you double check if you ever buy them that you're buying the right ones, that you're at the right place. Um, but that is a dual origin. Usually the maximum you're going to get out of a dual origin for any single one is going to be 17.5%, I believe. You may notice also that these are currently yellow. Yellow means I've out-leveled them, and they're in the process of becoming kind of worthless to me. So I am level 11. I can buy or I can upgrade my enhancements to up to 3 levels above my current level. So you notice I can only buy them in groups of 5, right? So level 5, level 10, level 15, but I couldn't actually use a level 15 enhancement right now. I could only use level 10 because I am 4 levels away from the next series. Now, Homecoming does have a quick way of upgrading that, and we can actually do the upgrade button. Upgrade button will automatically upgrade all of our stuff to the highest level it can be, assuming it's going to be dual origin or single origin. So give me a price for it. And I want to make sure that we look at this. So this is 31 and 1.15. Now it's 33 and 1.19. So note that it is now level 14. I can't actually go higher than that. I can't use a level 15 because in these origins I can only go up to 3 levels higher, and they're only good to 3 levels lower. once I'm actually, say, if I level on these and I get to level 18, I never change them, all of them at that point in time would be entirely worthless. I'd be getting 0 bonus to everything. They go from green to white when I'm equal to the level, and then they'll go yellow, and then when I'm 4 past it, they'll go red, and they're no longer adding to my bonuses. So that is a dual origin. Let's take a look at single origins. Scroll all the way down. I think towards the bottom here. Here we go. And we right click on this. Notice it just has magic there. That means it's a single origin. It only allows people who have the magic to actually use it, magic origin. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here. We're going to buy 2 of these and 4 of these. Notice again they're yellow because they have to be. I can't use a level 15 yet. All right. Let's go ahead and pop these in there. Put this up here. Notice that even though it's a lower level, we went from a 1.19 for accuracy to a 1.3. And we're at 33.58%. We went down a little bit there. Now we're at 38. So let's do the same thing down here. The downside is, generally speaking, single origin enhancements are about twice as expensive as dual origins. The good news is once you get to like level, I don't know, 25 or so, they stop showing up in missions. And I think level 30 or so, you can't even buy them anymore. They're no longer even visible. Everything at that point in time is going to be dropping single origins, or it's going to be dropping, well, that's it. And that's all you can buy, too, from the stores. So let's take a look again. We're at 1.3 and 38. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Now we're at 42 and 1.38. So it's pretty significant. So the question has to be, does it pay for us? Given how long I'm going to be level 11 and how fast I may get to level, say, 14 or 15, or in this case 18, given that, does it pay for me to continuously upgrade those things? That cost me $100,000 to actually do that. Not cheap. So you have to kind of weigh it. You know, there's characters that I have that have gotten into level 30s and never had an enhancement. So let's talk a little bit. I want to go to, let's go to Steel Canyon. We'll talk a little bit more about the stores. Right now, if you're in Atlas Park and a couple others, those field trainers are going to have everything. I believe that, gosh, well, goodness. Yeah, Kings Row's actually got them as well. But let's go to Steel Canyon. A lot of the zones you're going to go to are going to look like this. You're not going to see a field trainer necessarily. I don't know that there's one here or not. There's not. So what you need to do is you need to find the store that matches your origin. For me, I'm Magic. I have to go over there. Let's go ahead and take a look over there. So you might ask, so what if I have 6 sockets? Can I put 6 of the same thing into that socket? Can I put everything I have into damage? You can, but I wouldn't recommend it. A long time ago when the game first started, that's how the game worked. You could put 6 damage or 6 holds or 6 defense or anything into a power, and it would add every single one of those things to their full amount. And so you could have tankers that had 200% for bonuses added onto their defense. They're virtually unhittable at that point. And you could have blasters that were doing phenomenal amounts of damage. And what they chose to do at that point in time, when NCSoft was still in control, is they set up basically a hard cap for damage or a hard cap for enhancements. The most you could have for any one of those categories, so damage, defense, confuse, hold, is about 100%. And if you saw this correctly, let's take a look at our enhancements right now. Each one of these at their max is doing 38.3%. So what this means is I could get a third damage here and I'd be doing about 100% more. But if I took a fourth damage, I'd be doing almost no more damage. It'd be like a fraction, like another 0.1% for that socket I'm putting in. So keep that in mind. You don't want to add more than 100% to any one category because there is hugely diminishing returns right away. So let's take a look. This is my magic shop. Find your shop that matches whatever your origin is. And if you go in here and take a look, we're going to have tons and tons and tons of origins. But what you're going to notice is all of them are going to be something magic. For our dual origins, natural magic. In every case, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, the set that's at the bottom is going to be the one that matches your origin if you're in the right store, and actually is going to be the one that is the single origin for you. So let's talk a little bit about IOs. What are IOs? IOs are Invention Origins. One of the things you're going to notice is when you're adventuring, you are getting drops. You're getting salvage. You're getting recipes. What do those mean? I can actually go to, let me go to the university. It's one of the places you can actually build this. Remember Steel Canyon South University. There are other places that do it as well. But I'll let you find those yourself because it's fun to do so. But if you go into the university here, and let's go hang out at a computer. All right. Here is all the things I have as options. Now, if I make one of these things, currently I have like no recipes or inventory. Let's see what I can make. All right. I have recipes and missing ingredients. So I can make myself a level 10 damage. I have everything except for the recipes. So what I'm doing here is I have the ingredients. I don't have the recipe for it. If I look over here, I have no recipes at all. So I must have sold them already. Let's go back to click on our computer. Let's go to damage. I can't use a 15, but I can use a 10. Let me buy 2 recipes. Why not? Because I have the ability to make 2 of them. And let's create 2. All right. Well, this is what I've done. I now have, and this is where it gets a little tricky. See how this is currently 1.38 and 47.81? Oops. Exit. Notice how the damage has gone down from 47 to 33. So you're thinking, okay, why would I want to do IOs? Well, the good thing about IOs is once I put that IO in place, it's never going to be out leveled. I will always get that value for it. Always get 11.7%. So the question is, do I want any IOs before like level 25? No, you really don't. The reason is that any sort of single origin is going to be better up until about level 25. At that point in time, if you got the ingredients, you want to make it, go crazy. I would say that that's one of the ways to actually save money, is that you don't have to keep on upgrading your enhancements over and over again. So, follow-up question, what are sets? What is attuned? If I wanted to, I could run through a process called attunement. I'm not even going to show you guys the process. I would say Google it if you're curious. The attunement process means I could actually attune each one of these, and when I did so, it would actually level with me. So instead of being level 10 right now, it would be level 11. When I got to level 12, this would be level 12. And as that would keep on going, that damage would keep on increasing up to its maximum, which is about 38%. Why am I saying don't bother doing it? Because the attunement process is expensive, and you're almost better off just buying attuned from the actual auction house. Now, then the question comes in, do I want to buy an attuned enhancement from the auction house, or do I want to start buying set pieces? That's a tough call. Let's take a look real quick at the auction house. If you guys haven't done it before, it's hit enter, type in /AH, or type in auction house, either way. Here's our auction house. So I want to say, you know what? I want to get crafted enhancements. These are IOs. Let me go ahead and buy a no, let's do a distance. Ranged damage. And what is that? Well, let's take a look. What am I looking for? This one allows enhancements of reduced endurance costs, enhanced range, enhanced recharge, enhanced defense debuff, enhanced damage, and enhanced accuracy. It is a ranged attack, which means that in order for me to actually put a damage in there, it has to be a ranged damage. It's that specific. If you guys made a melee damage and put it in here, it would not work. If this was an area effect, it wouldn't work. So make sure you pay attention to what the type of attack is and match the damage type to it. So I could go ahead and I could just buy what I would need for ranged damage. Level 10. And what you may also notice is, hey, wait a minute. That is actually named. What does that mean? Well, this is part of a set. So this is the first set piece. I could go ahead and I could buy this as a set. That is 100,000. It looks like it was the last bid for it. And as I put stuff into here, it would add in damage recharge, damage range, and accuracy and endurance. So each one of those would end up adding a certain value, and it shows up top. This one would enhance the damage by 7.3 and reduces recharge by 7.3. And then each set piece past 2 will add some other feature. Like this case, increase toxic and psionic resistance by 1.5, mes resistance by 2.5, increases maximum health by 0.75. It seems like a little, and it really is. This is not a great set. I would recommend not buying this. The reason I say that is the ones that are already attuned are going to have those built in. So honestly, if you have the option, never buy anything from here. Ever. Go to the attuned and look up the same thing. So let's go down to range of damage. And there's our far strike right here. These are the same things. Notice that it is worth more. It's 1,600,000 as opposed to 100,000. I would say save up for it because what's going to happen is this is going to level with you, and you'll never have to worry about it. If this is part of your build and how you want things to go, that power is no longer going to take money to keep on going up. So let me do this. Also pay attention to the minimum levels. I need to be at least level 7. And it only goes up to level 25. So basically this stops improving at level 25, but it is usable until you're into your 50s. But let's take a look at what we can do for Ruin. Do I have to be at a certain level? I can't use that until level 22. I have to be 17. I can use this one. That is expensive. We have to be here. 17. 27. 22. It's nothing good, guys. That's going to be expensive too. Let me do this. I'm going to grab something for defense instead because I believe that I have unsocketed defense. Damage resist. I stand corrected. So Let's pick up 2 for a damage resist and go from there. All right, attuned. And we'll go down to minimize this. Resist damage. What down here can I use? Not that one. Okay, I can use this one. Super expensive too. Goodness, I'm not going to spend that money. Can I use it? I have to be level 12. All right, let's do this. We'll do this one. I'm going to pick up. Now, I'm not going to pick it up. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm going to do it. Let's do it. We're going to make an offer for 4 million. It hurts so much. And let's do 1.5 here, since that's what the going price appears to be. They're not interested. Let's go 2 million. All right. 2.5. Stubborn. I don't have time to wait. Let's go 3.5, and we'll walk away from this no wiser, but definitely sadder. 4 million? All right, there we go. So here's our 2 set pieces. As you can see in this, our set goes up to only 3. But what this is doing for us is it's actually going to level with us. Currently, the resist is only 5%, and overall defense is only 3%, but that will level up with us as we go up until level 30. Notice that if I get the 3rd piece for this, it'll actually increase my maximum health by 1.5%. Sets seem to be kind of the game within the game. So as you level up, try to get an idea of what you want to add to your certain powers. Make sure that when you're out shopping that you look at what you can actually use for those enhancements. Make sure you understand that what you want to buy is going to be something that actually is going to modify what you're looking at. That's pretty much it. There's also something called hand-me-down or HOs. Pretty complicated to touch on here. They're very similar to set pieces. How you get them is a little different. I tend not to run them all that often, but they're very similar in regards to the fact that they're basically stacking bonuses. Hope that makes sense. It's a lot of information to dump in a very short period of time. If you have any questions, comments, drop them below. Anybody who's got more information to share says I'm entirely wrong. I mean, the title of the channel or the name of the channel is I Suck at Gaming. Do not take my words at face value. Do your research, and hopefully you'll find something that matches whatever you want to have for your origins and your power sets. Have a great weekend, guys. Hope to see you guys when we stream next.